Hello there.
Dialogue, networking inspired.
Empowered by DNA. Come on. Hey.
Networking inspired.
Empowered by DNA.
Dialogue, networking inspired.
Empowered by DNA.
With Nikkei. With Nikkei. With Nikkei.
Good morning. I can't really see my screen this morning, but thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully you can hear me. And if you bear with me 1 second, I want to make sure those who are on Empowered by Nikkei are also having an opportunity to take place in this forum today. And so I want to just share. There we go. So hopefully you all can hear me, and I'll keep up with the chats as much as I can. I'm outside. I thought I'd give you a different view today. Happy 4th of July weekend. Hopefully you all have had a happy and a safe weekend, and you have enjoyed time with family. Listen, for the month of July, and let me start by saying thank you for joining Empowered by DNA with Nikkei. Nikkei is me. We're talking dialogue, networking, aspiration. Who is hot out here today, but we're going to get out here, get a little sunshine as we talk about um, celebrating women's voices and victories, okay? And so in the month of July, I have planned an amazing itinerary of ladies that I will talk to from different walks of life, different places here in North Carolina, not all just in the Triad area, who I think are doing some amazing things. And honestly, I need the whole year to do that, right? Because there are so many women that I know that are doing so many great things. But definitely in July, I'm going to focus on that part of the journey because if you haven't registered, yes, you're going to have to hear that this morning. So I got an airplane going by me. The joys of being outside, right? um, but if you haven't registered, please register for the 2024 Women's Empowerment. Listen, it's a movement. It's going to be a journey. It's going to be a girls' trip all wrapped up in one. On July 19th, 20th, and 21st, we are coming together with loving each other, celebrating each other, celebrating God and the things that God is going to do, has done. Listen, if you haven't registered, please register. You can register per day. If you want to just do Friday, if you want to just do Saturday, that is fine. If you want to come in on Sunday morning, no registration needed, okay? Because Sunday morning is our regular service. But if you just say, hey, I got Friday is all I can give, Saturday is all I can give, that is fine. That's $15 per day. Come on in. But listen, if you want to be the weekend warrior, you want to enjoy the Radiance weekend pass, you want to come in, get a swag bag, hang out with us all weekend, that is $30. And I'm telling you, it's worth every penny. Okay. All right. And so inviting you to do come and celebrate with us. And so because of women's empowerment that we've been doing in July now for years, we've been doing this for years. Because of that, we're going to celebrate on Empowered by DNA women's voices and victories. So we're going to celebrate them. We're going to celebrate. We're going to talk about, and today, actually, the importance of sisterhood, why we need this, ladies, why we need to have time with just each other, why that support of one another is so important. We're going to talk about that. But last time, I'm going to tell you, please register today. You can do so, faithzoneministries.org. There's no www. You can go into your search engine, search Faith Zone Christian Fellowship. It'll come up. Go into the website. You don't even have to scroll down maybe a half of an inch, a half a scroll, and you'll see all of the information pertaining to women's empowerment, the theme, what it's about, the speakers that we have. That listen, I believe these ladies are going to come with an excellent presentation, an excellent message from God. I believe that they are praying as much as I am in preparation for this movement, this moment, this weekend. So do not miss this, okay? All right, now I'm not going to be before you long because one, it is hot out here. I have the sun beaming on the side of my head, but I did want to give you just a different background. And I love being outside. I would have taken you walking with me this morning, but I'll be honest, I don't know about me walking, breathing, and talking at the same time. So I didn't want to do that this morning. So getting on into this now, I want to talk about sisterhood, and defining it, and what it really means to, when we talk about sisterhood women, and you hear all forms. We talk about all forms of sisterhood, right? There's sisterhood through sororities, okay? There's sisterhood through your ministries. There's sisterhoods that you develop over time. So you have a sister circle, as I call mine, my sister circle, my treasure boxes, right? These are ladies that I can be me all the time. I can trust them to make sure that I don't endanger myself. Okay. What do I mean by that is sometimes we make decisions, sometimes we do things that can cause endangerment to ourselves. We're making not the best decision, or we're not doing the best thing the best way. I even have, my sister circle come to me and they may say, look, I got something for your podcast. This will really help you. Or next time you say something, say it this way, because it doesn't sound right. So, and I never take offense. I'm always excited that they want to be a part of my journey. And so sisterhood is something I think that has been lacking just a little bit with women. And I remember my younger days, it was always a lot of, right, a lot of jealousy, envy. Why is she looking like that? Why is she trying to? I don't understand. She thinks she's all of that. Listen, I want every one of my sisters to be all of that and then some. Over time, as you grow, my grandmother used to say, you live long enough, live just a little while longer. You'll begin to understand the importance of having a circle of sisters around you, or a circle that you're a part of. Not only do you have people supporting you, but you ought to be that sister to somebody else. And sisterhood and being a sister doesn't necessarily mean biological, right? Yes, I have a beautiful younger biological sister who I love dearly, right? We're 7 years apart though, but I love her dearly. Also have sisters or women that I consider my sisters that are not biologically related to me. And one of the things I remember growing up, okay, is my mom never had like biological sisters, right? My uncles got married, so of course she had sister-in-laws, but she always had friends that she considered like her sisters, right? And so we would call them aunties. That would be that would be our aunt. And so I have several of those ladies that have done some amazing things in their journey, in their life, but they were always supportive of her children, supportive of her, celebrating her in her triumphs and successes. No jealousy, like pure celebration. And that's what I want to do in the month of July. And that's what I want to encourage women to do. I believe that we are so powerful, but we are so much more powerful when we're united and we're together. Listen, I have a wonderful husband. I love him. He supports me. I thank God for him. But it's still something about that sister that can come to you and say, girl, what you got going on? Or I understand how you feel, or when we all in the same age group and we sweating when the air conditioner's on 50 degrees. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about this morning. That there's a difference there, and that's the importance. Um, and hopefully you all can hear me. That's the importance of sisterhood, and that's really what I wanted to talk about this morning, because in the month of July, as I mentioned, I will be doing using. Now, I'm not. This is probably not on Google anywhere. Okay, just so you're clear. This is me celebrating women in the month of July. Um, well, one, because July 31st, the very last day of the month, is my birthday. That's like a national holiday. So I thought, I'm a woman. I think I've done all right for myself. So, hey, let's celebrate all women in the month of July. So, we want to celebrate the women's voices and victories. And I want to just today talk about that sisterhood and celebrating the victories of another lady, right? Because sometimes people can be doing very well. And normally it happens this way. Like some of my friends will be doing really, really good. And it might be a moment for me, well, I'm not doing that great. And vice versa. I may be having like victory after victory after victory, and they may not be in that same vein, right? But it's okay. The thing about a true sister is they're going to celebrate you regardless of their current circumstance or situation, and I think that's so important. So someone said sisterhood is a journey where hand in hand hearts are entwined and souls are connected, and that sisterly love is a sister is both your mirror and your opposite, a reflecting back the best in you while loving you unconditionally. And you know, they're I believe your biological sisters are a gift, but I also believe your friend sisters are a gift, because they can offer you, you know, so much support. And I believe that a true sister will always sit you down and bring correction where correction is needed. And it may not feel good at the time, and you may not really want to hear it, but the thing that makes it easy to receive is because you know that they love you and they really, really do want the best for you. And so the I asked the question, like, why is sisterhood so important, right? And I'm saying, no matter how you've connected with the sisters, it could be your college roommate. Y'all been through so much over the years, and so you've just always been close, and that's your sister. It could be, you know, somebody that you worship with every Sunday, and you've just grown close. There's some likenesses there, or maybe their weaknesses or your strengths or their weaknesses. Maybe it's several women that you've just come to grow. Maybe y'all have worked together for years, and so you're like sisters. You know, maybe there's the childhood friend that you grew up with. Y'all have known each other for years, and that's your sister. Listen, I have sisters that have come from all walks of life in my journey, whether it's through ministry, whether it's through school, whether it's through work, whether it's through family. Like they are my sisters, and I trust them dearly, and I know that they want the best for me. And so there's never no envy. When I think about sisterhood, I think about the scripture that says, "Love is patient, love is kind, it's not puffed up." You know, it doesn't count wrongs. That's sisterhood. Listen, you know, I know who you are. I know, you know, your weaknesses. I know you got a short fuse. I know you're not patient or whatever, but we balance each other out. And so I can say, "Hey sis, you know, calm down. It's all good." You know, or I just, you know, I know how you are, girl. I know how this is going to work, right? I know you like to eat certain places, or I know things get on your nerves. I know when I do this, it drives you crazy. But a sister loves you unconditionally. And so the importance there is because we as women are able to make deep and lasting emotional connections. Listen, we need that as women. I don't know about you, but especially when my girls were younger, I just look forward to those ladies' nights where you go hang out with your girlfriends and just, you know, lay back, chill out, you know, take the spanks out, not just be you, take your makeup off and just laugh and just have a good time, and, you know, talk about whatever it was you wanted to talk about, and even confess some things, even maybe let go of some steam, vent a little bit about something going on. But it's a safe place. Sisterhood, your sister circle should be a safe place, right? A place where people celebrate you, they love you, they care about you. You can say whatever you want to say, and it's not held against you. Everybody understands she's just venting, child. She's having a moment. We're going to pray for you, and then we're going to move on. We love you. We got you. You can seal that box at the end of that sister circle moment, and no one ever mentions it again. No one ever says she had a fit. I can't believe she acted like that. They have your back. They're covering you in every way, from praying for you to loving you to celebrating you. And that is the importance of those emotional connections. And at its most basic level, an emotional connection is how we give and receive the emotional support we all need. Emotional support means you're being seen, being heard, and being understood. And that is the importance. Listen, in the world, we're still living in a male dominated society, a male dominated world. Okay. Yes, we've come a long way. Listen, We got a vice president in office. I know some folks mad about that, but whatever. We have a vice president, a female vice president in office. I think that's as close as we've come, and probably will right now, come to a female, a woman in a powerful position like vice president. And listen, I celebrated her from the time she ran to the time she won, and I celebrate her now. Say what you want, honey. I celebrate that. I think that's amazing. Every woman that is in politics right now, I celebrate them. I may not agree with all their views and how they see things, but I am glad to see us with a voice, because for so long we've been silenced, or we've been told what to think. Now, this is what I say to you is, as you think about voting, I want you to think about your sister, your voice, your victories. Think about that. You want to be careful in your voting because you don't want to be silenced. Listen, I look now, we've gone from being able to make decisions about our bodies to that being taken away once again. So we have to be careful, and we have to protect our voice, ladies. We must protect our voice. I believe that wholeheartedly. We've got to protect this voice that we've been given, and that our ancestors and that those before us have worked so hard for us to have. They have worked extremely hard for us to be able to have a voice, to speak out, to have an opinion. Listen, to sit in corporate offices, to be CEOs, COOs, CFOs, to be entrepreneurs, to go into rooms that at one point in time we were not in. I love seeing female physicians. I love seeing female dentists. I love seeing female nurses. I love seeing female police officers and fire ladies and EMTs. I love the fact that we're everywhere, and there's nothing that we cannot do. Listen, I love seeing female soldiers. We are doing some things. The WNBA is hot right now. You hear what I'm saying? And so we need to celebrate each other and not bring each other down, because quiet as this kept, we are shoulder to shoulder on the battlefield when it comes to um, women and our voices and our victories. And so I celebrate each of you. And we're going to talk about, the struggles of this voice, the struggles of these victories, from ministry to motherhood, from career, to entrepreneurship, like the struggles, the education, all of the things that women struggle with. Listen, we can be in powerful positions and still be silenced. So we still have a lot to pray for, right? For our sisters that are paving the way, that are taking a beating right now, if truth be told. So it's important to have sisterhood. I believe I'm sisters with people I don't even know. I can walk by a lady, and if she looks nice, I'm gonna tell her, sis, I love what you have on. I think you're so beautiful. I love your skin. I love your hair. Look, I celebrate you, girl. You better wear that shirt. You better do that. I love how you spoke today. You're so amazing. I love encouraging my sisters. For whatever reason, I got literally a natural high from celebrating my sisters. I love celebrating other women and their victories. I love embracing where they are. I love watching them grow and walk and move and do some amazing things. I love it. I love watching their journeys. I love watching your journey. That's why I said, and empowered by DNA, honey, we're on this journey together. We're going to celebrate together. We're going to cry together. We're going to push each other. We're going to help each other press. We're not going to give up in this battle. We got this. We're going to do this. And if nobody's told you today, honey, I love you. I celebrate you. It's going to be all right. You've got this. You've got this. And so the core values of sisterhood are to connect women to each other in the most magical manifestations that allows each woman in the sisterhood to thrive in ways she could never do on her own. Again, sisterhood is a support system. Okay, it's not a place where we beat you down, or we you know throw you out, or throw you away. It's a place where you can come and feel safe. I say it's a sisterhood, a sister circle or sisterhood is a place where you can come together, support each other, love each other, and that is what we are going to do in the month of July. I've got some amazing ladies that I'm sure can share some amazing things. And honestly, if you look back, we've already talked to some amazing women. We've talked to Ellen Moore, who is a entrepreneur for 30 some years. She's been in the hair care industry, and she's done amazing, and she shared some amazing information with us. We've talked to Tiffany Woodard Brodnax, doing some amazing things. We've talked to Felicia Wall, doing some. In fact, she's the owner of the venue that we're going to use for women's empowerment. We've talked to her. We've talked to Princess Smith of A&P Community, doing some amazing things. Look, we have talked to some amazing women. Iris Day doing some amazing stuff, and still doing some amazing to some great women. We've talked to the Napper singers, a whole group of women doing some amazing things, been doing it for 60 some years. Look, there's so much there's so many women you can look to when you're talking about needing a mentor, needing to be encouraged. If you're wondering, how am I going to get through this? I promise there's another lady that has walked that same path, that has been through that same journey, that can help you in your journey, that can help support you. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I want to see. And so in the month of July, we're going to celebrate the fact that we have a voice. We're going to celebrate our victories. We're going to celebrate the victories of our sisters. Listen, I love you today. I think my time is about up, but I did want to come in. I know I ran a little late today. It is warm out here. When I tell you I am sweating, I probably lost 5 pounds. I am sweating out here. It sounded good in my head, but when I got out here, maybe not. But glory to God. I hope that you all got this morning this message of celebrating each other. So in July, we are going to celebrate each other. If you are signed and registered for the Women's Empowerment, we're going to celebrate you. You're going to come in like the queen you are. We're going to celebrate with each other. We're going to celebrate how good God has been and what he has done for you, what he has done for me. Listen, it is a time for us to unite. No longer should we be divided. No longer should we be segregated. Women, we need to come together and celebrate each other. Help each other get the voice. Our voices together are so powerful. And so we need to come together, celebrate together. Sisterhood is necessary. It's important. So make sure you got at least one sister that is celebrating you, that is encouraging you, and that is pushing you. That is my time today. Thank you for joining me on Empowered by DNA, Dialogue, Networking, and Aspiration. We're talking about in the month of July, celebrating the voices of women. Listen, next Saturday, we have an amazing woman that we're going to have a conversation with. I've got them lined up for the month. It's going to get good, y'all. It's going to get real good. Hang in here with me in July. I'm telling you, we're going to have a good time. It's going to be a sister circle moment, a girls trip all month long. Okay. So I love you. You have an amazing Saturday. I hope your weekend's going great so far. Get you some rest. Stay on those goals, whatever your goals is. Don't you give up. If today you're supposed to walk a mile, you might wait till it cools down, but get your mile in. If you're supposed to clean out the closet or organize the house, get it done so you'll be ready for what's coming around the corner in your life. Listen, if you need to organize those files on your computer, that idea you've been wanting to put into place, let's get it done, ladies. Let's get it done. It's our time. Let's get this done. I love you. Have an amazing day. We'll talk soon. Bye.
Hello there.
Dialogue, networking, inspire.
Powered by DNA.